Self-talk is the silent dialogue we hold with ourselves, shaping the lens through which we perceive the world and ourselves within it. It is the unspoken narrative that plays in our minds, influencing every decision we make and every path we choose. This inner conversation acts as a compass, guiding our thoughts, emotions, and actions, often without us even realizing its profound impact. The words we choose in self-talk have a unique power. They can either build us up or tear us down. When you tell yourself, "I can't," your brain believes it, shutting the door on possibility. On the other hand, affirming statements like "I am capable" open windows to opportunities you might never have considered. Self-talk is not just about what we say, it's about the beliefs we reinforce. Research has shown that positive self-talk can reduce stress, boost confidence, and improve overall mental health. By consistently feeding ourselves encouraging and affirming messages, we can train our minds to focus on solutions rather than problems. Negative self-talk, conversely, can create mental barriers, often magnifying fears and insecurities that hold us back from our true potential. Self-talk is not just a reflection of our current mindset, it is a tool to shape our future. Imagine speaking to a child, encouraging them with words of love and support. Now imagine doing the same for yourself. When we practice speaking to ourselves with kindness and compassion, we nurture resilience and self-belief. This practice allows us to face challenges with greater confidence, knowing that our inner voice is our greatest ally. The beauty of self-talk lies in its accessibility. Unlike external factors, which we often cannot control, our inner dialogue is entirely within our power to shape. It requires no equipment, no financial investment, just intention and awareness. With practice, anyone can shift from a critical inner voice to one that uplifts and inspires. One of the most profound aspects of self-talk is its ability to affect our physical reality. When we repeatedly tell ourselves we are strong, our actions align with that belief. Athletes often use self-talk as a performance-enhancing technique, repeating affirmations to push through pain or fatigue. This concept isn't limited to sports, it applies to every area of life, from careers to relationships to personal growth. Negative self-talk, if left unchecked, can become a habitual pattern. It may start as a fleeting thought, but can snowball into a limiting belief that governs how we see ourselves in the world. Breaking this cycle begins with awareness. By recognizing the patterns of our inner dialogue, we can start to challenge the narratives that no longer serve us and replace them with ones that do. Ultimately, self-talk is not just a practice, it is a relationship, the one you have with yourself. Like any relationship, it requires care, effort, and consistency. The words you speak to yourself become the foundation of your self-esteem, your courage, and your ability to persevere through life's challenges. The words we use carry weight far beyond their surface meaning. They have the power to influence not only our thoughts, but also our emotions, decisions, and overall sense of well-being. Choosing words that uplift is about intentionally crafting a narrative that nurtures and empowers rather than diminishes and limits. This process begins with awareness of the language we use in our inner dialogue and the recognition of how these words impact our mental and emotional state. When we choose uplifting words, we create a mental environment where growth and positivity can thrive. Imagine replacing "I failed" with "I learned something valuable." This simple shift in phrasing transforms a perceived setback into an opportunity for growth. Words that uplift do not ignore challenges, but instead frame them in a way that fosters resilience and self-compassion. The impact of uplifting words extends to the way we approach our goals and aspirations. Positive affirmations like "I am capable," "I am worthy," or "I am enough" serve as reminders of our potential. These words become anchors during moments of doubt, providing the stability needed to take risks, embrace challenges, and persevere. They create a foundation of self-belief that drives us forward, even when external circumstances feel overwhelming. Choosing words that uplift is not just about avoiding negativity, it's about actively cultivating language that builds confidence and inspires action. When you tell yourself, I can do this, you open the door to possibility. It's a declaration of faith in your abilities and a rejection of fear-based thinking. These words empower you to focus on solutions, enabling you to approach problems with creativity and determination. The practice of choosing uplifting words also influences the way we view ourselves. Language shapes identity, and the words we use to describe ourselves become part of how we define who we are. By consciously adopting language that highlights our strengths, values, and achievements, we reinforce a positive self-image. Statements like I am resourceful or I bring value to others encourage a mindset of self-appreciation and purpose. In moments of uncertainty, the words we choose can be the difference between stagnation and progress. For example, saying I am figuring it out instead of I don't know what to do shifts the narrative from helplessness to active problem solving. This subtle change fosters a sense of agency, reminding us that we are capable of navigating challenges and finding solutions. The words we choose to uplift ourselves also ripple outward, influencing how we interact with others. When we speak to ourselves with kindness and positivity, we are more likely to extend that same grace to those around us. This creates a cycle of encouragement and support, fostering healthier relationships and a more compassionate community. Ultimately, choosing words that uplift is a daily practice that requires intention and mindfulness. It's about catching ourselves in moments of negativity and consciously redirecting our language toward positivity. With time and consistency, this practice becomes second nature, transforming not only how we see ourselves, but also how we move through the world. In life, there will be times when the encouragement and support we need won't come from external sources. This is where the importance of being your own cheerleader comes into play. To cheer for yourself is to take ownership of your journey, acknowledging your efforts, celebrating your wins, and motivating yourself to keep pushing forward. It's about being the voice that reminds you of your worth, especially when the world is silent or critical. Being your own cheerleader starts with recognizing that self-validation is not selfish, it's essential. Waiting for others to applaud you can lead to disappointment and self-doubt. But when you learn to celebrate your own achievements, big or small, you build a sense of self-reliance that strengthens your confidence. A pat on your back from yourself can be just as powerful, if not more so, than applause from others. Cheering for yourself means actively countering the negative thoughts that arise in moments of doubt. When your inner critic whispers, "You're not good enough," your inner cheerleader must rise to say, "You are more than enough." This internal encouragement isn't about ignoring areas for growth, but about reminding yourself that you are capable of overcoming challenges and improving with effort and time. One of the most profound aspects of being your own cheerleader is the ability to find motivation even in the face of failure. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, cheer yourself on for trying and for the lessons learned. This perspective turns setbacks into stepping stones, fueling resilience and determination. When you tell yourself, "I'm proud of how I handled it," you're not just acknowledging the effort, you're encouraging yourself to keep going. Being your own cheerleader also involves setting aside time to acknowledge your progress. In a world that often emphasizes the final destination, it's easy to overlook the small victories along the way. Whether it's completing a task, learning a new skill, or simply getting through a tough day, celebrating these moments reinforces a positive mindset. It's about saying, "Look how far you've come," and using that momentum to keep moving forward. The practice of self-cheering doesn't mean ignoring external validation entirely. It means not relying on it as your primary source of motivation. When you cheer for yourself, you take control of your narrative, ensuring that your sense of worth isn't tied to others' opinions. This independence empowers you to pursue goals and dreams that align with your values, free from the need for external approval. To be your own cheerleader is also to embrace self-compassion. Life is not a straight path, and there will be moments when things don't go as planned. In those moments, your inner cheerleader reminds you that it's okay to rest, regroup, and try again. Cheering for yourself isn't about demanding perfection, it's about offering the kindness and support that keeps you moving through the imperfections. Finally, being your own cheerleader strengthens your ability to inspire others. When you model self-encouragement, you show those around you the power of self-belief. Your journey becomes an example of how inner cheerleading can transform challenges into opportunities and self-doubt into confidence. By uplifting yourself, you create a ripple effect that encourages others to do the same. The 3-day transformation rule is a concept rooted in the idea that profound change begins with small, intentional steps over a short but focused period. By committing to a new habit, mindset, or behavior for just 3 days, you create a momentum that can spark lasting transformation. It's a powerful way to overcome inertia and start building a foundation for long-term success. 3 days might seem like a short time, but it's long enough to challenge your old patterns and test your ability to adopt new ones. During this period, the goal is not perfection, but consistency. Whether it's speaking positively to yourself, practicing gratitude, or taking small steps toward a goal, the key is showing up for yourself every single day. This concentrated effort builds confidence and proves to you that change is possible. One reason the 3-day transformation rule is so effective is that it bypasses the overwhelm often associated with long-term goals. Telling yourself you only need to commit for 3 days feels manageable and achievable. This short time frame reduces the mental resistance that comes with thinking about weeks, months, or years of effort. It simplifies the process, allowing you to focus fully on the present. The rule also creates an environment for experimentation. For 3 days, you have the opportunity to test new habits without the pressure of permanence. Want to try waking up earlier, meditating, or practicing self-affirmation? Commit to it for 3 days and observe how it impacts your mindset and productivity. These trial runs can reveal what works best for you and help you refine your approach moving forward. During the 3 days, it's crucial to maintain intentionality. This means not just going through the motions, but fully engaging with the process. If you're practicing positive self-talk, for example, take a moment to feel the impact of those words. Reflect on how they make you feel, and notice any shifts in your attitude or confidence. These observations can deepen your understanding of the power of the changes you're implementing. The 3-day transformation rule also capitalizes on the psychological power of short-term wins. When you successfully complete 3 days of intentional effort, you experience a sense of accomplishment that reinforces your ability to follow through. This small victory serves as a stepping stone, making it easier to extend the habit for another 3 days, a week, or longer. Another key aspect of this rule is that it allows you to build trust with yourself. By committing to and completing a 3-day challenge, you demonstrate that you can set a goal and achieve it. This trust is foundational for larger transformations because it strengthens your belief in your own capabilities. It reminds you that change doesn't have to be daunting. It can start with something as simple as 3 days of focused effort. The power of the 3-day transformation rule lies not only in what you achieve during those 3 days, but also in the momentum it creates. It's a starting point, a spark that ignites a larger fire. Once you see what's possible in 3 days, you begin to understand that small, consistent actions can lead to significant, lasting change. Visualization is a powerful tool that allows you to create a mental image of the person you aspire to be. When you visualize your best self, you tap into your imagination to paint a vivid picture of your ideal life, mindset, and achievements. This practice is not about fantasizing, but about connecting with the version of yourself that embodies your highest potential. It is a way to align your actions and thoughts with the goals and values that matter most to you. The process begins with clarity. To visualize your best self, you must first define what that means. Take a moment to imagine who you are at your most confident, capable, and fulfilled. What do you look like? How do you carry yourself? What kinds of decisions do you make? These details are important because they bring your vision to life and make it tangible. The clearer the image, the more powerful its impact on your mind and actions. Visualization works by engaging your brain in a way that strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Neuroscience has shown that the brain cannot always distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you visualize yourself succeeding, your brain starts to treat that success as a real possibility. This primes you to act in ways that align with your vision, making it more likely to become your reality. Your best self is not just about accomplishments, it's about embodying the qualities and values that define who you want to be. Perhaps your best self is resilient, compassionate, or fearless in pursuing dreams. By focusing on these traits during visualization, you begin to internalize them. Over time, you naturally start to act in alignment with these qualities, reinforcing the image of your best self. Visualization also helps you overcome self-doubt and fear. When you consistently picture yourself as capable and confident, you train your mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. This mental rehearsal builds a sense of familiarity with success, making it feel achievable rather than intimidating. When challenges arise, you can draw on the strength of your envisioned self to push through obstacles with determination. One of the most impactful aspects of visualizing your best self is the way it influences your daily decisions. Each choice you make can either move you closer to or further away from your vision. When you have a clear image of your best self, it serves as a guidepost for your actions. You begin to ask yourself, what would my best self do in this situation? This question empowers you to make decisions that align with your goals and values. Visualization is not just a mental exercise, it is also an emotional one. When you imagine your best self, allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with achieving your vision. Feel the pride, the joy, the sense of accomplishment. These emotions act as a motivator, fueling your drive to take the steps needed to bring your vision to life. The more you connect emotionally with your best self, the stronger your commitment to becoming that person. Practicing visualization regularly creates a positive feedback loop. The more you see yourself as your best self, the more you believe it's possible, and the more you act in alignment with that belief. Over time, this practice transforms your mindset, habits, and behaviors, bringing you closer to the life you've envisioned. Your inner voice is one of the most powerful influences on your thoughts, emotions, and decisions. It is the running commentary in your mind that shapes how you interpret experiences and perceive yourself. Guarding your inner voice means protecting it from negativity, self-doubt, and outside influences that can distort your self-perception and diminish your confidence. It's about creating a mental space where your inner dialogue uplifts and empowers rather than criticizes and undermines. The first step in guarding your inner voice is awareness. Many of us allow negative thoughts to run unchecked, accepting them as truth without questioning their validity. By paying attention to your inner dialogue, you can start to identify patterns that may be harmful. Are you overly critical of yourself? Do you focus on failures rather than successes? Recognizing these tendencies is crucial to replacing them with more constructive and supportive language. One of the biggest threats to your inner voice is external negativity. The opinions and judgments of others can easily seep into your mind, shaping your internal dialogue. Guarding your inner voice requires setting boundaries to protect yourself from criticism or toxic influences that don't serve your growth. This might mean limiting time with negative people, being selective about the media you consume, or consciously reframing unkind remarks so they don't take root in your mind. Your inner voice is also vulnerable to the expectations and comparisons imposed by society. In a world of social media highlights and curated perfection, it's easy to feel inadequate. To guard your inner voice, remind yourself that your journey is unique, and success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. Replacing comparisons with gratitude for your own progress helps you focus on your strengths and accomplishments rather than measuring yourself against others. Practicing self-compassion is a key part of guarding your inner voice. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, approach yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Acknowledge that setbacks are a natural part of growth and use them as opportunities to learn rather than reasons to criticize. This compassionate approach creates an inner dialogue that fosters resilience and self-acceptance. Affirmations are a powerful tool to strengthen and guard your inner voice. By repeating positive statements about yourself, you can counteract negativity and reinforce your belief in your abilities. Statements like "I am capable," "I am worthy," or "I am doing my best" act as a shield against self-doubt. Over time, these affirmations become part of your internal narrative, helping you build a mindset rooted in confidence and self-belief. Another aspect of guarding your inner voice is learning to challenge unhelpful thoughts. When your inner dialogue turns negative, ask yourself if those thoughts are based on facts or fears. Often our minds exaggerate or distort situations, making them seem worse than they are. By questioning the validity of these thoughts, you can shift your perspective and replace negativity with more balanced and constructive thinking. Guarding your inner voice is an ongoing process that requires mindfulness and intention. It's about creating an environment within yourself where positive and empowering thoughts can thrive. This mental vigilance allows you to maintain control over your inner narrative, ensuring that it reflects your strengths, values, and aspirations rather than external pressures or fleeting doubts. Life is made up of small moments, and within those moments are countless opportunities for growth and progress. Small wins are the seemingly minor achievements that often go unnoticed but play a crucial role in building momentum toward bigger goals. Celebrating these small victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem, reinforces a positive mindset and keeps you motivated on your journey. It's not just about reaching the destination, it's about recognizing and honoring the steps it takes to get there. Acknowledging small wins is an act of gratitude for the effort you've put in, even if the outcome feels modest, whether it's completing a task you've been avoiding, making a healthier choice, or learning something new. Every step forward deserves recognition. Celebrating these moments reminds you that progress is happening, even if it feels slow, and that every small step is a part of the bigger picture. Small wins provide a sense of accomplishment that fuels motivation. When you take the time to celebrate these moments, you reinforce the belief that your efforts are paying off. This positive reinforcement makes it easier to stay committed to your goals, especially when the path ahead feels daunting. Each small win serves as a reminder that you are capable of achieving even more, one step at a time. Celebrating small wins also shifts your focus away from perfectionism. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that only major milestones or flawless results are worth celebrating. However, this mindset can leave you feeling discouraged or stuck. By recognizing small victories, you allow yourself to appreciate the process rather than fixating solely on the outcome. This creates a healthier relationship with your goals and encourages consistent effort. The act of celebrating doesn't have to be grand or elaborate. It can be as simple as pausing to acknowledge your effort, sharing your achievement with a friend, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. What matters is the intention behind the celebration, taking a moment to honor your progress and give yourself credit for the work you've done. These small celebrations create a positive emotional connection to your efforts, making the journey more enjoyable. Small wins can also help build momentum during challenging times. When progress feels slow or obstacles seem overwhelming, focusing on even the tiniest accomplishments can remind you that you're still moving forward. These moments act as stepping stones, giving you the confidence to tackle bigger challenges and keep pushing toward your goals. They prove that progress is always possible, no matter how small. Recognizing small wins strengthens your self-belief. Each time you celebrate an achievement, you reinforce the idea that you are capable of setting goals and following through on them. This builds a sense of trust in yourself, which is essential for long-term success. Over time, these small victories accumulate, creating a foundation of confidence and resilience that prepares you for larger challenges and milestones. By celebrating small wins, you also cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment in the present moment. Often we get so focused on the future that we forget to appreciate what we've already accomplished. Taking time to celebrate reminds you to stay present and enjoy the journey, making the process of working towards your goals more meaningful and rewarding. Long-term change doesn't happen overnight. It begins with intentional preparation and a strong foundation. Setting the stage for transformation requires a clear vision, a commitment to consistent effort, and an environment that supports your growth. It's about creating the conditions that make change not only possible but sustainable, ensuring that your efforts lead to meaningful and lasting results. The first step in setting the stage for long-term change is defining your why. Understanding the deeper motivation behind your desire for change provides clarity and purpose. Whether it's improving your health, advancing your career, or fostering better relationships, connecting your goals to a meaningful reason gives you the drive to persevere through challenges and setbacks. This purpose becomes your anchor, keeping you grounded when obstacles arise. Equally important is setting realistic and specific goals. Broad aspirations like be healthier or be more successful can feel overwhelming without actionable steps to achieve them. Break down your vision into smaller, manageable milestones. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, start with achievable targets like exercising 3 times a week or eating more balanced meals. These incremental steps build momentum and provide a clear path forward. Your mindset plays a critical role in creating lasting change. Cultivating a growth mindset where you view challenges as opportunities to learn and improve sets the tone for resilience and adaptability. Remind yourself that setbacks are not failures but stepping stones on the path to growth. This perspective allows you to approach obstacles with curiosity and determination rather than frustration or defeat. Another key component of setting the stage for long-term change is creating a supportive environment. Your surroundings, habits, and relationships significantly influence your ability to stay on track. Identify and remove triggers or distractions that hinder progress and replace them with positive influences. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you and establish routines that align with your goals. A supportive environment makes it easier to maintain focus and consistency. Tracking your progress is essential for sustaining change. Regularly monitoring your efforts and celebrating achievements, no matter how small, helps you stay motivated and aware of your growth. Journals, apps, or simple checklists can be effective tools to measure progress and identify areas for improvement. By reflecting on your journey, you reinforce the value of your efforts and maintain momentum toward your long-term goals. Building long-term change also requires patience and flexibility. Understand that progress is rarely linear and that there will be times when adjustments are necessary. Life is unpredictable, and being willing to adapt your approach ensures that temporary setbacks don't derail your journey. Flexibility allows you to stay committed to your vision while being realistic about the challenges you face. Finally, consistency is the cornerstone of lasting change. Small, repeated actions over time create habits that become part of your identity. The effort you invest daily, even when it feels insignificant, compounds into significant transformation. By focusing on consistent progress rather than quick fixes, you build a foundation for change that endures over the long term, shaping your life in alignment with your goals and values.